Streets of Rogue is a roguelike game that takes place in the thankfully fictional dystopian city known as San Francisco. Crime is high, homelessness is high, and judging by the abundance of drug dealers, the people are high too. But we won't let that stop our grind set. You see, our goal is to become the mayor, and to do that, we'll need a lot of capital. Human capital. Every great human accomplishment has happened with an expendable slave labor force, and I intend to be no different. Also, moderator applications are open to my Discord server, by the way. Now, unfortunately, there is a problem. San Francisco has very low social mobility, and getting to the nicer parts of town has a cost. To unlock the elevator to the next part of town, I have to do certain missions that usually involve assassinating someone or destroying evidence for the elites. So let's don our BDSM attire, because that's what slave masters wear for some reason, and conquer the streets of Rogue. My first mission is to rescue this gorilla from captivity. He's being guarded by a single scientist, so I walk in the unlocked door and tase him. I put the obedience device on his head, and watch in fascination as he beats up this random guy who is attacking me. You see, some people can't handle my raw Sigma energy and attack me on sight because of our slight disagreement in politics. It really is a tragedy how uncivil people are these days. My next mission is to kill some bankers. However, when I walk into the bank to scope things out, one of their guys decides on the spot that he hates me and gets everyone else at the bank to jump me. That encounter cost me half of my health. But in the early game, losing health doesn't really matter because you level up so fast. Now on top of my required objectives, there's one more thing I need to do on each floor. You see, humans are so beautifully unique, special. Even if you think you're worthless, I promise there's no one else on Earth exactly like you. Which is why I sometimes feel the compulsion to enslave random people and add them to my collection back home. We'll have so much fun later, but now it's time for me to continue the grind. Next level. I'm feeling a bit hungry, so I stop by a Wendy's. Hello, can I get the 4 for 4 with a double stack, please? Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The 4 for 4 only comes with a junior cheeseburger now due to inflation. What?
Can we get much higher? So
I decide to just raid their fridge instead of paying $4 for a downgraded 4 for 4. I can't believe Wendy's had the audacity to do that. The 4 for 4 is sacred. I don't care how bad inflation gets. I need to neutralize this bartender. He's been getting accusations of not letting guys at the bar get away with slipping Rohypnol into drinks. This issue must be dealt with immediately. I enslave him, and there's a hacker enjoying a drink minding his own business. You know, I still haven't watched Chainsaw Man. I'll bring him back to my base to pirate it for me. After that, I use the bartender I enslaved to bomb a post office. Honestly, just because I can. As a reward for my hard work, my benefactors give me a slave helmet remover. A little redundant, I have a much faster way of freeing slaves. My employers then instruct me to retrieve a hard drive and to not look at what's inside. I'm sure it's filled with nothing but legal content, and there's no reason for the armed security and 3 explosive laser traps protecting it. All goals complete. Next floor. In Streets of Rogue, every third level has a random modifier to shake things up. This level, California smog is giving the residents of San Francisco unexpected side effects every 10 seconds. This is considered a slight annoyance compared to some of the other level modifiers. Now, because we are in San Francisco, I keep finding these used needles on the street and in trash cans. There's a little bit of whatever drug was left though, and I don't know what it is. Now, I could go see a scientist or find the right technology to identify this syringe, but instead I tested on my slave. Uh-oh, sulfuric acid. Attempting to pick up this gorilla translator, I accidentally, God, this makes me sick, pay for labor because I was just spamming E to see if I had inventory space. It actually wasn't so bad. He did a good job when I asked him to kill this guy for me. My employers asked me to retrieve some elementary school blueprints, for some reason located in this bar. I thought it would be an easy mission because there's 2 guys in there in total, and one of them is frozen. And I was right. This level, I enslaved the drug dealer for my collection. I can't wait to force him to make stimulants for me back home. That's the end of this video. If you want me to make a part 2 continuing this run in the land of ignoring OSHA regulations, you already know what to do.